Violence in Chicago is not because we have too many immigrants. It's because we have too many guns. So our message to Trump continues to be the same. Stop posting truth socials. Stop making statements. Stop threatening to send troops or ICE. Stop defunding our communities. Just do your job and end the trafficking of guns into our city.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about the Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati. It's your boy in the building, MC Too Tall. What up? And you're watching the MC Too Tall Show. JB Pritzker, Brandon Johnson. JB Pritzker, Brandon Johnson. And once again, they're giving me the material again, just putting it right there in my lap. It's only a matter of time before they cry out for gun control. They cry out for gun control, gun control, gun control. There is no control over the wrongful element being armed. The wrongful element, if they want to be armed, they will figure out a way to be armed. The best way to combat that and their armed offense is with an armed defense. An armed defense always works better than an unarmed defense when facing an armed offense. You cannot prevent the armed offense. There's just no preventing the armed offense. You can deter it from launching the offense with an armed defense. Somebody walks into a place with an intent to commit armed robbery. They realize everyone else is armed besides themselves. They look for a place where they have a better chance of pulling off that armed robbery. Same thing with anybody else that wants to do something backed by an armed means. And so, best way to combat an armed offense is with an armed defense. But here's Brandon Johnson saying, it's the guns, it's the guns, it's the guns. The guns did this, the guns did that. The best I heard, as far as I know, those two punks that jumped Jocelyn Nungary, defiled and discarded her, did not have guns. The person that murdered Laken Riley for rejecting his advances did not use a gun to commit the murder. He used a hammer or a rock. I forget what he used, but most reports say that he used a hammer. And by hammer, I don't mean slang term for gun. I mean an actual carpentry tool. And you have to understand that you're not going to bring down the murder rate just by taking away the guns. The people who intend to do bad with guns will acquire a gun.
best way is to arm the people and train them properly to use guns for defense in order to combat what appears to be an inevitable armed offense in a lot of cases, especially in crime-ridden streets like Chicago. And the shootings there are off the chain, Meng. They are off the meat rack. They are off the hook. And it's like they're even worse than New York when it comes to armed violent crimes. And how did the guns get in the hands of these people? A lot of these guns have never been registered to anybody, period. The serial numbers are filed off, and whichever ones they could trace, they cannot be traced to a law-abiding citizen who purchased that weapon that somehow lost track of that weapon. I mean, I'm not saying that that never happens, but it's far and few between. A lot less often than the Democrats would lead you to believe it happens. But there's violence in our streets. And he's saying immigrants don't kill people, guns do. Homegrown people kill people. Naturalized citizens kill people. Illegal aliens kill people. Killers kill people. And the ones who can get their hands on guns will use their guns to kill people. The ones who use knives will use their knives. The ones who can pick up a hammer or a rock will use that hammer or rock. Some people will use a rope, their bare hands, you name it. If somebody wants to kill you, they will try and try and try until they either kill you or you neutralize them. And the best way to neutralize someone trying to kill you is with a firearm. The best way to deter someone who may intend to kill you from carrying out that notion that it's okay to kill you would be with a firearm. And I don't believe the Second Amendment needs to be tweaked in any way, shape, or form. Second Amendment should be left alone as is. It is not vague. It's short and sweet, to the point, and there is nothing vague about it at all. There's no lack of foresight in that Second Amendment. A lot of at least 5 of those founding forefathers went on to become U.S. presidents. Many of them served in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. Many of them were in presidents' cabinets. And at any point, all the way up until the 1820s, they could have amended the Constitution and changed the Second Amendment, or had done something to edit or neuter the Second Amendment in some way, shape, or form. They knew that weapons technology would change, and they were well aware that as you progress in time, the rate of technology development would also increase. They knew this. These people had this foresight. You're going to tell me that they were able to write this intricate complex thing that makes the country run closer to perfect than any other country. And anybody will tell you from both sides of the aisle that the Constitution might not be picture perfect, but it's a lot closer to perfect than any other country. It's certainly a lot closer to perfect than the former Soviet Union. Because where the hell is the Soviet Union? They tried so hard to keep the Soviet Union alive, and organically, it crumbled, just like every other failed communist and socialist government. You had close to 180 examples of failure of communism over the last barely over 100 years. Meanwhile, this piece of paper that applies to how we run the government today was written 200 some odd years ago. Okay? So I think everything was put into place in the 1780s. But the ideas of it were in motion as far back as the foundation of the country, July 4th, 1776. So do not get me started on that stupid, offensively stupid musket theory. That's what I think of your musket theory. I don't know what's more offensively stupid, the musket theory or the Southern strategy party switch theory. Both are pretty stupid. They're so stupid that it plays on the intelligence, it insults the intelligence of the listener. Brandon Johnson's calling for the disarmament of citizens. Not the disarmament of criminals, the disarmament of citizens. So how about if you disarm the criminals rather than the citizens? Well, the criminals are citizens. You know what I'm talking about. The non-law-abiding people of Chicago. Disarm them. And leave the law-abiding citizens who want to be armed alone. Because when the government is taken over by a tyrant, how the hell can you defend yourselves? Silly, silly, silly. The Democrats are being silly again. And he's a failed mayor. Take it over here to New York. Eric Adams is a failed mayor. And you have Andrew Cuomo, a failed governor, with hopes and aspirations of being what would inevitably be a failed mayor if he should win this election in November. And you have Zoran Mamdani, a fanatical assemblyman, a far-left fanatic that wants to take over New York City as mayor. And everybody's thinking, well, we gotta go with either Adams or Cuomo. They're the devil you know. Mamdani's the devil you don't know. And again, I say, stop trying to choose among the devils when right across the aisle there is a guardian angel who will make these cities safe. He will make this city safe Our streets will be safe, our schools will be safe. Hell, even our homeless shelters will be safe. Our subways will definitely be safe. We're talking about a person that has been putting in the work toward public safety while Andrew Cuomo was still a snotty college kid. And way before Zohan Mamdani was even born. Who the hell knows where Eric Adams was? He was probably learning about what a hookah is and how to vape out of that hookah thing. Who knows? But he sure wasn't out in these streets and subways back in the day like Curtis Lewa was. We have a person that understands the law. He developed a partnership with the police department, who started off very apprehensive with him and the Guardian Angels, but he was able to smooth out relations and develop a long-lasting partnership with NYPD. And so, the thing of it is that public safety is priority one, and we need a mayor who can deliver on their promise to bring about public safety again. Because it's very depleted here. Chicago's worse, but we're pretty bad over here in the public safety department. And we need Curtis Lewa really, really bad. We need him to win this election. And I get a gut feeling he will, but don't stay at home in November, come election day. Go out there, vote. Vote with your heart and soul. Do the right thing. If you don't want to get mugged, if you want to bring down the chances of getting mugged from 100% to about 2%, you would vote for Curtis Lewa. He's a guardian angel, and angels are sent by God. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, and New York City goth scene ambassador, MC Too Tall. You be safe out there, yeah?